Top of the day.
Good morning, Lock Potters. Tuesday.
Smith.
We're in the 4-right zone.
Lynch.
Who knows where we're going to go the next hour?
Johnny V.
We don't
Johnny
even
V.
see. He doesn't have the microphone up to his mouth. We're trying to get this retired physician in place.
Yes.
No longer
Starting out
licensed.
strong.
Yes, no longer licensed.
No longer. That's terrible.
I don't know anything about that. I just don't pay attention to it. But I am.
We still rely on you for advice, though.
Well,
But if
listen,
you were on an airplane and somebody says this guy's having a heart attack, we need a doctor, you could still
You'd
help,
come to
right?
you'd come to the rescue, wouldn't
I'm
you?
aging, I'm not the same.
Could you still go over and help?
I could offer staying out of the way.
All right. Well, we have Dr. 4-right in the house.
No,
today.
I can help him. Actually, we got Slugfest coming up.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Season 8, episode 17 today. Locomotive Less. But we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, including an F Party City update, because Tom challenged me about what was or wasn't at the Highland store. So we got an update on that. We've got Dr. 4-right to talk all about his trip to Asia and trip to Ukraine. But first, before we get to that, and by the way, good morning to the notorious LMP. We heard her.
LMP.
Hello.
And good morning with laryngitis. And good morning to our producer, the famous and infamous John Vesmar.
The Vez.
Mm-hmm. Vez is going to be, his fingers are going to be moving and tickling the, the keyboard today.
Singers tickling something?
We got a lot to cover.
Oh, we got a lot to cover. And with 4-right in the house, it could just take a left turn.
Let's get on that.
This is going to go
so
to
before
10
we do
a.m.
that,
minimum.
Before we do that,
Please
I want to
don't.
talk about something that we discovered on TikTok recently. And I want to preview this. The business manager will be in the studio after 8:15 with a big, huge announcement for LockPod.
Yeah, I already
get
put
ready
it
for
in the
that.
caption.
Oh, okay. So we're going to talk about the swag.
The swag reveal live.
Swag reveal
we haven't even
right
seen
here.
it.
No, I haven't seen it. The locomotive hasn't seen it. No one's seen it.
We may hate
gonna
it.
take it
We
all.
could hate it. What if we hate the swag?
Then everyone will know on air.
And then we'll just get rid of it and
And there won't
ask
be a
for-
swag drop.
I'm
Wow.
like a galvanized supporter, on the thing. It says
I know you are.
galvanized.
Galvanized.
Galvanized. And I don't know. Don't ask me about any swag.
you're gonna get to weigh in today.
Yeah, good. I like that. Thank
Good.
you. Now that once it's displayed to the public, I get to say something.
You got it. So
Before we haven't even
either.
seen it.
We haven't got to say anything either. You're on the same boat as us.
Don't call me urine.
See, I told you we wouldn't know where this was going to go today. All right, TikTok filters. For those this is something that I newly discovered this week. Lindsay, of course, knew all about it. But
This is really scary in real life.
this is something.
I would have gone for something
Well, I
just
think
cute
it's
and
just
adorable.
a
So-
bunch of fun.
It is okay.
It's
There
Today's
you go.
podcast episode brought to you by old white men who don't know how filters work.
Thank you, Lindsay. That would include us. So the one that I thought was amazing, John. You want to start? What should we
These
start
have been
with?
around on Snapchat for like
They
5
have.
years.
Well, not not this realistic, from what I understand.
No, I think so. I think so.
There's a teen filter. We want to do teen first?
There's a couple new filters: teenage look.
What are you
and
guys looking at right now on the
bold
screen?
glamour.
We're gonna
Well,
tell you.
we're bringing it up right now.
So
Where's my
teenage
layer
look
here?
is going to be first.
Okay, teenage look.
So what this is it does like a split screen and shows you currently on the bottom and as a teenager on the top.
People have died for catfishing and things like that.
You're going to wait till you see the
Wait till
next
you
one.
see.
This is just teenage.
Hey, I drive for this. What if you drove 15 minutes to find this out?
Well, this is
Or like 15 hours.
well, she's kind of giving it. So look at this. Okay, so the bottom is this nice older lady, and the top is her teenage self, and she's crying. And by the way, I noticed a lot of crying on
a lot of women crying with
and
these
saying things
filters.
like, "Oh, there's so much I want to tell her."
What's with those nails?
What do you think about that?
Oh, I
Linz?
love her nails.
Look at those.
Yeah, but
nails.
look at she can't even use her hands right against
Well,
her face.
you know what? I mean, first off, what this makes me think of is you probably need therapy deeply.
Oh wow!
I'm involved in therapy.
If you're like, this
You're talking
for
about me.
the women in particular, not you, Dr. Mike.
I thought you
I'm
were
sure
talking
that you're
straight to
fine.
me.
No.
This is her. No, Mike got all of a sudden he got all nervous.
No, I get
No.
excited about therapy, baby. I love
you
Oh,
do.
I
therapy.
love therapy.
Of course you
too.
do.
I do,
Therapy's
too.
great.
So go ahead, Lynn.
Yes.
So when you're faced with like a picture of a younger version of yourself and you immediately start crying, first off, that tells me that women are taught to like be obsessed with their looks and that younger is better, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
But also
size.
like you have some unresolved trauma that you probably need to speak to a professional about personally, coming straight from my heart.
Wow.
If you're looking at a younger version of yourself and you're like, oh God.
Well, I saw Kevin cry yesterday when he was looking at his Because
No crying.
By the way, all
was
of us
like-
here have done this. We're about to
Yes.
show it right now. Except
Kevin's
Dr.
young
Mike.
version looks like the captain of a debate team. I swear to God.
Did you guys
'Cause
do
he's
this
like
for
wearing
me?
a
I
suit.
hope
Well,
you
I
did
had
it
my
for me.
suit on when I
I
was
hope you
doing
guys
it.
did one for me.
Okay, here's
Look at-
Kevin.
Oh, Kev, you
Here's-
look great. You're
here's
serious,
Kevin.
man. Serious still.
Wow.
Look at this.
He looks like the captain of a debate team. What do you say?
Oh,
I can't hear
I think I think
It's
I said,
really a great
here's my
little app.
teenage self or something.
Well, there's like they put music over it, and I don't want to get kicked off the air.
They did this with,
Copyrighted.
what's his name?
Man, I look old in the
Maverick.
bottom.
This is what they used in Maverick? The same TikTok thing?
Yeah, I look at that.
You
That's
look
crazy.
like your son.
Do I? Yeah, it's weird. I didn't look like that as a teenager, I don't think.
Well,
but-
no, like the thing about this filter though is that it keeps your adult face shape.
It did.
Yeah,
with the-
good point.
Yes.
Like when I was younger, my face
at
was
John.
a bit skinnier.
Look at how young John looks.
I see Johnny in London doing that right
He
there. on
looks
the
like
top
he
photo.
belongs on the Beatles.
Yes,
Yes,
he does.
John.
Yeah. That's
Because he's got the
beautiful.
glasses.
Don't make that face, John. That's I saw that in Bad Lieutenant
Zoolander.
with Harvey Keitel. That same face with the mouth like that.
And we've got
That's the blue
Stop
steel.
talking about John's mouth.
we've got Lindsay.
Oh,
here.
there's Linz.
Yay.
I
Look
look
at her.
like I'm 12.
Good for you, Brian.
Yeah, I know. Good for you, Brian.
Like
See,
a
Lindsay does the right thing. See how she plays with her hair. She teases it. She's like, see, look at me.
Well,
As a-
I didn't brush my hair before I did this, so I just wanted to make sure I looked nice.
Would it be twisted if you broadcast this stuff on the wall of your bedroom?
yes.
What? That's very specific.
Look at this.
Now look at this. What is
This is
this?
our business manager.
I don't think it
Good
looks.
looking.
Does he look different?
Steve looks good, man.
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah,
like
looks
he's
great.
on the
Blonde-
basketball team.
Does he have highlights, or is that from the filter?
Oh,
He's
got
he's
frosted
athletic without
tips.
this. Look how ripped he looks in that.
I think he's generally ripped, though. Anyway,
But look at how he looks like.
that's like teenage. It almost looks like something from like a '50s movie.
Every time I've roomed with Steve, he's up at like 6 a.m. doing sit-ups and
Push-ups.
push-ups.
That's
It's like,
bothersome.
dude,
There you go.
give it a rest, bro.
No,
No,
man,
man.
look at how good
You
he
know
looks.
that
he looks
hotels
great.
have gyms,
Yeah.
right, bro? Like,
Don't be knocking. That's a jelly.
All right, so here's another filter that I thought was just crazy.
This
And
was
this
my
is
favorite.
What about me?
this is catfishing.
What about
this
me?
Is this is
We didn't. You need to have TikTok.
we need to do that
Oh, I
after.
don't have that.
We're gonna do it.
I
All
only
right.
spend 4 hours on
So
the
look
other
at this.
apps.
Okay, so this is a filter. It's called Bold Glamour,
Right.
and this is with it on. Now, watch
Talk of
this.
catfishing. Here we go.
So you play it. For those who can't see, it says unbelievably great looking,
Yeah. Oh.
and then the filter's off.
So tell me, what legally can you do in that position, Kev? I mean, what can you do if you come and
why are
find
you
that out?
assuming that
You
everybody
drove-
using this filter is catfishing though?
Nah,
like I use
well,
the
I don't think
filter.
they are.
and
They're
I'm
not.
I'm just
They're
saying
not.
that's how I get caught.
You
in
could
this.
get caught up in it.
Well, yeah, older guys do. Like I
Listen.
don't. I'm not fooled by this.
And by the way, she put on
I
here,
am.
don't use this filter unless you want to be humbled. Bro, that was more than humbled. LMAO.
Yeah, and she's still probably
Look,
a
watch
lovely
this
person.
one. Can we play this one, John?
Yeah, can we play? Oh, I don't think there's music.
No,
Yeah,
there's
let
not
me-
music.
let me-
This
let
is
me
audio.
Get the sound going. Okay, here we go.
This filter is terrifying, like dystopian level terrifying. It looks so real, I can put my hand over it and it won't come up. Oh, actually? Oh, right there, it does a little bit. Okay, trigger warning.
like,
I'm gonna
what's her
take
name
this
from
off to
Scarface?
show you what I actually look like. Trigger warning.
There you go.
There you go.
But a cute girl.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She's not ugly to begin with, but look what
and
the
then
filter
she looks
does.
like the wife from Scarface.
One more, John. And here's another one. You've got, this is, again, the Bold Glamour photo.
I
Our Bold Glamour filter.
Alcohol does the
Here you
same
go.
thing.
It's like an,
it's true. Yeah,
Also
like
true. And
you're
so
worried
I don't
about
drink.
catfishing. Just
I'm
don't
a
go
weed
to
guy.
a bar.
The trickery.
There you go. John,
It's still,
no
a,
audio,
still a
John?
nice smile, right?
Yeah.
Still-
it's got a nice
yeah,
smile.
I'll
one
find a
okay
way
to
to
play?
say hello.
Yeah, you can play this
All
one.
right, here we go.
I'll find a way to have
Because
that make that
this
work.
filter makes me look like this, and this is what I really look like.
Similar.
Doesn't
Yeah,
look
but
terrible.
really,
Yeah.
really sweet and smiley.
Sure.
You know, there's a gal that I've swiped right on so many times, and she was just killed by her husband
You
in
know,
Asia.
somebody in oh,
But
Oh, wait.
she was one of those ambassadors, those million follower.
Yes.
But they use her in all those little here. I'm on the,
An
all
influencer.
No, but yeah, she's on. They use the pictures of her on the match sites too, and I always instantly go right. And I find out that her
Is
husband,
right the correct way?
Yeah, right's the right way.
Okay,
You
right.
guys playing with my phone connected me.
Yes.
Yeah, with filtered people.
Yes.
Here's Mama Yaga.
Oh, here we go.
oh, go
LMP.
ahead. Just like I blocked Dad, by the way, on
Oh.
TikTok.
Yeah,
There's
well,
Lindsay.
Whoa!
Look at this.
Hey, Lindsay.
All made up in the morning.
I know, right?
you look like Lisa
See how
Marie.
she does that, though? Like
Yes,
she's,
I agree.
Doesn't
Doctor.
she? Yeah, no doubt about it.
Hey, I was feeling myself.
Very
know?
cute.
You were
Yes.
feeling yourself.
Yeah,
I
totally,
was.
totally.
I was
That's
having
hot.
fun.
See, broadcast all that stuff around the room.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
know,
it's like-
that was a
you know-
confidence boost for me.
It's awesome. If you
I
had
felt
those
like crap
projectors,
yesterday.
You are feeling
if you had
it.
projectors instead of watching somebody else, you could watch that.
Did you show that to Brian?
Yeah,
Oh, I
keep
did.
it-
And?
Yeah, hell
And my
yes.
best friends.
What did Brian say?
Good for you,
well,
Lance.
he liked it.
Of course you did.
And for some reason, Steve
looks
did
the
the
same.
bold glamour.
And I don't
look.
even know what it did to him.
He looks
looks like-
beautiful.
Brock Landers.
Like, look at this. I don't think guys should do the bold glamour.
I think I was
He looks
really
good.
hoping for all of you guys to
But
do
I
the
see a
bold
little.
glamour.
I see a little Opie in there with the
When
shadowed
he,
eyes.
when
right?
he gets in here today, I want to see if he does have highlights because
You see
everything
the opening
everything
there
he
in there?
does,
Yeah, yeah.
everything's done on TikTok makes him have blonde highlights.
He's not related to Opie, is he? But you could see he got a little Opie in there.
There's
Wow,
a little
looks
opium.
tough.
Yeah, he does look good.
And then one
Chisel.
last filter.
Oh, this is so. Watch this. This
Is there
is a
music
spider
on this
filter. No, I don't
You
think.
didn't
No, there's
turn.
no,
You didn't turn a female into a male there by chopping the
It's a-
hair and shit. That looks like a
it's a
man
gender
laying
reveal.
there.
That's the next filter.
Yeah,
That's
watch-
a man with the child. So you
This-
can't show
this
that.
is a child.
picture.
Listen to this. Watch this. The mom.
Oh,
So if you can't see, the mom has a spider filter, and the spider crawls across the kid's face, and the kid goes crazy.
now that's trauma.
It's drama.
And
He's going to
and
be
isn't
looking
that
at it.
Lynch true trauma. The mother's traumatized.
I mean, that's a bit of a minor trauma, but
yeah. Listen,
I mean,
he's
if-
triggered. He's triggered.
you know, everybody gets a little bit of trauma when they're children, so it's just a natural thing of
that's
life.
terrible. That what they do.
You know, there is a comment on the stream that I wanted to point out.
Yeah, please.
And it says makeup done well will cover all of that, and I think that's true. Like, I mean, makeup does the same thing as these filters do.
So some of the I was watching
and drink.
doing some
But
doing
you're
some
right.
background
I agree with
research.
you.
The bold glamour. There are some TikTok videos where a makeup person, a makeup artist, or I don't even know if it's a makeup artist, just a woman does her makeup and says, "I'm going to do it just like the filter," and it takes a while. There's a lot of stuff going
But it's
on there,
possible.
including bronzing and
That
other
thing goes
things.
around a couple, 3 times
Yes.
for something like that.
Yep.
Hey, bronzer is a normal part of a makeup routine.
There you go.
So,
Take a look at TikTok. Look up. What is it called, John? Bold glamour.
Bold glamour
Yeah.
and teenage look.
If you want to look yourself in the eye as a teenager
And start
Honestly, it was
weeping.
a hell.
and start weeping and
It made me want
saying
to
all the
wear more
things.
makeup, that's for sure. But I haven't been feeling good lately, so I'm not going to do
Linz,
that.
you don't
do
need
whatever
it,
you
babe.
want, Linz.
You don't need it. You're just a ball of joy, woman.
Thanks.
You know that. I think
Even
the
with that
world of it.
laryngitis.
Oh,
That's getting better.
thanks.
Yes.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's do some quick ads. I want to come when we come back. We're going to talk to Dr. Mike about his trip to Poland and Ukraine, and the one that's coming up, and his feelings about this idea of some criticism of the U.S. about writing a blank check and things like that. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about his upcoming trip to Asia.
Going.
So let's do some ads.
And
Michael, you
Kevin,
start.
I told you that I
I'm
wasn't
re-
going to do ads, but I'm going to do ads.
All right, you
Do
start,
which one
Lindsay.
you like, Linz.
You want me to start?
Yes.
Okay, Try Electronics. Try Electronics wants to be your complete communications provider. Try Electronics has been a leader in this industry for more than 55 years. We are dedicated to assisting our clients with their system integration needs. Try Electronics has the expertise and experience to provide superior results for a wide variety of projects. For more information, call Try Electronics today at 1-800-722-6793.
They've been there a long time, Try Electronics.
Yes, they
yeah.
have.
Helping everybody.
55
Brewing.
years.
I like that. Cal Brewing. You know, I'm not a drinker, but I'm a weed guy. But when I do
Didn't know that about you.
you do.
I had no idea.
But when I do,
Talk
I
about a
go for a
reveal
low
here on the
carbo. I go for the low carbos like this
Yeah.
because I am a low sugared guy, and it's the kind of thing that over here at Cal Brewing they offer the Ultra, which is 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and it is low. You can, it's not a heavy thing, and it doesn't make you feel heavy either. When I do have one, and I opted for one on a flight home.
Oh,
recently.
you did.
Yes, I did.
Michelob Ultra.
But they have it locally, and it's a perfect way to keep your New Year's resolutions in check. Those who are still actually paying
It's a
attention
hell of
to
an
them.
ad.
Yeah, but they're hopeful for everybody. They say, listen, it's end of Feb. Keep it going, man.
If
so
you can.
whether you're a pro athlete, which I'm not, or an employee, which I'm not, Olympics participant, the journey,
Which you're not.
which I'm not, the journey's worth it. And I am a journeyman, and I would tell you
We're
the
gonna
journey
talk
is
about your
worth
journeys.
it. Yeah, the journey, it is worth it. So I think the more fit I am, and if I have something like this, I could stay in that type tip-top journey shape. Anyway, that's a Michelob Ultra, which is a light lager worth every single sip. No matter what you're doing, you're kicking out, working out, kicking around the slopes. We work, and even they have the no alcohols, which I really appreciated too. on the slope. So you have the taste without falling and crashing into somebody.
Without being loaded.
That's skiers. I'm a snowboarder.
You are a boarder.
And the skiers get in our way. Anyway, head over to the Cal Brew or the Michelob Ultra website and social media pages for details from the great family of beers. And those guys are great guys. I miss them all. I miss all you guys at the Cal Brews. Enjoy lifestyle with the beers, and cheers. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Chris Jones at Properties. Looking to buy your dream home? Chris Jones with at Properties can help. And, Michael, look at those. Look at those beautiful homes that Chris sold last year.
How is the market right now?
According to Chris, all across Northwest Indiana, it's a great time to buy with properties available at all price ranges.
Call me, Chris.
If you're considering a sale, Chris Jones will get your house sold for top dollar. Sold some of the most expensive homes in Hammond and Munster last year.
Are these some of them?
Yes, he sold those.
Those are like over by you, some of those.
Probably on Forest Avenue in that area, all over, and also Knickerbocker.
Big. Yeah, Knickerbocker Parkway, wow.
Sold some, where was I? Contact Chris Jones at atproperties.com for a market analysis or to discuss the home qualities you're looking for. That's Chris Jones, the Joneser at atproperties.com.
He looks good.
Oh, he looks great.
I've seen movies. I've seen some real estate movies with guys look like him.
Powering America. Are you looking for a new career in 2023? If you are a person who enjoys working with your hands in a challenging and ever-changing environment, an electrical apprenticeship might be for you. Earn a competitive wage while you gain valuable experience. Did we mention employer-paid benefits, including health insurance, pension, and annuity? If so, visit apply697.com. POW, sponsored by Powering America.
I like that, POW.
Yeah, POW.
That was a good POW.
POW. Kapow.
You want to talk about Rogers Roofing? You want me to?
You could do the Rogers.
It's the last one.
The Kapow came from the Batman series.
Kapow did.
Yeah, Kapow.
Yeah, Kapow
I
did.
watched it in the movie last night, Magic Christian with Peter Sellers.
Kapow.
Kapow, this big thing came down. It said Kapow. Yeah, it was in
the original
great
Batman.
Film. Yeah,
Batman.
it's great, man.
Gotham.
Ringo Starr was in it, too.
When you want the best for your home, Michael, and family, trust the best in the business, Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 54 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more, to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com. That's ROGERS roofing.com, or call 219-933-9145. RogersRoofing.com. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time. Thank you to our sponsors.
You don't realize how important roofing is until that's the day when you got that.
You got it. When you got the
misery, and then all of a sudden these guys are just 86 calls in a minute. But you saw,
and they do it. They do it.
I know they do.
They get it done.
I know. And
when Rogers did my roof, it was phenomenal. We had a couple of brothers from Poland on the roof.
They didn't fall.
They didn't fall. They didn't need ropes. They were up there. I was nervous.
Are the best.
Right.
John had his roof done by himself.
Ad or no ad, they're amazing.
And in fact, I had a couple of tiles. A windstorm. I've got like a slate roof, and the windstorm took a couple off. These guys came out, replaced them right away.
And
no charge.
And not everybody. There's very few who know how to work with slate.
Agreed.
It takes you score things, you hammer them. It's not like you're putting a shingle down and popping it or draping a tarp over something.
This is
it's
true.
Skilled work.
Very skilled work.
That's why you had Polish guys.
All right, so talking about Polish guys, speaking of Poland, Michael, you were on last season, maybe it was season 7 or 6.
It was, yeah.
And we talked about your trip over to the Ukraine border. And Ukraine has been in the news lately. It's in the news every day because of the war, but recently there's been some discussion at Congress and some folks that have criticized the idea of this blank check for the Ukraine. And do we just give them a blank check? There's billions and billions and billions. John, how much?
Bazillion billions.
10 billion is the latest.
That's
going over there.
Bazillion billions.
What's your thought on, do we need to make sure Ukraine beats back Russia versus, hey, we can't give them everything they need or want?
How many of our guys are over there fighting right now?
Don't know.
No, our people that we sent.
None.
Our team, zero.
Yeah,
What's that worth?
A lot.
No shit.
There's no number you can put on it.
I mean, anybody want to get redeployed to the Middle East?
No, I can't imagine those guys do.
So who wants to go and say, hey, let's go ahead and send our teams over there and help defend Ukraine from Russia? I mean, Russia is our enemy, our big enemy forever. What are these sons of bitches doing criticizing our commander-in-chief while he's in a war zone? Sons of bitches. I mean, we should have a unified front, and most of them do.
I'm shocked we don't. I'm really shocked we don't.
McConnell even said we got some bipartisan support for this. But Why would they? These are some pro-Putin Congress people.
Well, what do you? I mean, you've been there, right? I mean, what's the feeling in Poland when you were there about will the war can the war expand out westward from where it is now?
Well, when I was there, the kids were skateboarding and doing things just inside the border. So I think that NATO, that umbrella that they have, is very seriously important, and they really count on it. And I think right now we're being tested with Microchip Island over there, Taiwan. And what Xi's watching us to see what the hell's going on. Will these guys uniformly support an offense to the bad guy? And that's Putin, right? And that's Xi over there now. And so I think it's a demonstration of uniformity that NATO and everybody just continuously, and the question is, are we doing enough? Bullshit to the blank check stuff. Do they want this to keep on spilling over so it's a continuum?
That would be my concern.
I mean nobody
sure.
planned on a land war.
No.
Nobody was getting...
In Europe in 2023?
No. Leopard production wasn't being jacked up. Our Abrams production wasn't being jacked up. These guys weren't imagining it until he started amassing the troops, and I actually made my ticket. I got my ticket on the day they crossed the border.
Wow. About a year ago.
I was there within 3 weeks. And I'm going to go back. I'm going back.
When?
Summertime, maybe late this summer. I got a lot to do. I'm doing a lot of education. I'm bopping when I get back from Asia. I'm bopping to Dallas. I'm bopping to.
So you're going to go back this summer, though.
I'm going to go this summer, late this summer, and I promised them. And I'm actually going to try to deliver. I'm working with a guy who has provided me with 2 decades with my spinal decompression equipment. And these guys are in and out of trenches, and they're jumping, and they got pack-back deluxe, not like our guys had it in Afghanistan, bouldering. You're bouldering with 60, 80 pounds on you. So imagine these guys are bouncing in and out of these trenches. So instead of these guys getting surgical interventions, I'm trying to arrange a device that I've used forever here locally that's really totally unappreciated because this dog's dick named Carnegie and Rockefeller, they put out a report.
You get that, John?
They put out a report.
There's the episode title.
Called the Flexner Report back in 1910, where this Abraham Flexner jackass said there's no credence to acupuncture, there's no credence to homeopathy, there's no credence to chiropractic, osteopathic, naturopathic. It was all garbage. If you can't have a double-blind study to show that this doesn't work, they coined that phrase, double-blind. If you don't have a double-blind study, it's not worth a shit. And so the kind of stuff that there's no double-blind study on this device that I've taken, and it's now being embraced by Johns Hopkins. Al Jazeera did a report on it not a month ago internationally, and I'm going to lecture for them in Dallas on the 24th through the 26th.
Wow.
But I'm going
to. Are those people going to be lucky to hear you?
Well, listen, I'm
in
thrilled.
That audience.
I'm thrilled to be there.
Stay focused.
Yeah, and so I'm going to take a gizmo over to the Ukraine.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
And you remember Joycey, my acupuncturist friend. Okay,
yes.
Joycey, beautiful. And so
nice gal.
And Joycey's lovely. But she is going to be doing the very first ever study of acupuncture as pre-treatment for getting on the device and seeing if we can even increase the absolutely 88% positive results. So it's like I'm doing a study that's never been done, and I'm taking a beautiful girl with me to do it. And beautiful. She'll be a doctor of acupuncture by that time. But she's volunteering her time
to go to Poland.
To go to Poland, and I'm going to take her over, and we're going to work on as many as we can.
There you go.
Oh, it's going to be in the Ukraine. I'll be in the Ukraine.
Really?
I think I'll be in the Ukraine.
We've got to have you send video and maybe some live. Could you imagine getting Dr. Mike?
I'll check the
Skype
video
from the Ukraine.
I better check the vids before I.
Yes, we'll check the filters.
Checked. No filters, man.
John, you want to pipe in here? I don't want to. I'm not going to ignore you just because you're behind all the.
You got a
screens.
pipe over there, John, and you didn't tell me.
No, I'm enjoying the conversation.
Like the most recent thing I've heard on TV is about the F-16s and whether we're going to send them. And so I was interested. I watched Meet the Press. I'm going to get this senator's name wrong. I wanted to say it was Senator from Alaska, Sullivan maybe, but he had an interesting thing to say. And his criticism, he's for supporting Ukraine, absolutely. Republican from Alaska, senator. And he said that the criticism he has of the Biden administration is that they keep on teasing these weapons like Abrams tanks, F-16s, and they need them over there, so get them to them. Let's get a process to get them over there quicker. And I think that's a fair. But I don't know what the process is. How quick can you get
It's a
40
training. It's a
Abrams
training.
tanks.
It's a training too, because we're not sending our
Absolutely.
guys in who are driving.
We're
them.
not just dropping off the tanks and saying,
I
have at it.
I have a feeling that these guys, there's somebody that's been hopefully training them in systems on simulation, because you can do.
So what you're saying is maybe the F-16 training is already going on.
I'd like to believe that.
I would like to believe that, too.
I'd like to believe that. So, yeah, the F-16s, even they were talking about those MiGs that they were going to transfer, Poland was going to transfer, and we were going to provide them with MiGs. We don't want to directly transfer, so we'll get things to other countries that are peripheral, and then they'll drop them off to that. What's his name? Our man Trudeau. He sent 4 of his 22 Leopards,
They got German tanks up in Canada.
In Canada, but he sent
He's
4.
only got 22?
I think that's
total?
he got small. What are they worried
What
about
are they-
land war? So, but he
You
sent,
never know what's going to happen in Newfoundland.
Right. Well, it's good. They get crazy over there. Yeah. If with the lights right.
So another thing you're about to do, while we've still got Dr. Mike on the line here in studio, is he's going to leave for Asia. He goes everywhere.
I do.
You were just in
I'm very
Sarasota.
fortunate. Yes.
Now you're back.
Yes, I'm gonna. Asia's a different trip. I'm going to Japan for the first time. I'm gonna spend about 4 days in Tokyo, and that's just for me, just checking out Tokyo.
Just checking it out.
And I've already
Will
hopefully
you promise to send us photos?
I'm already presenting my address as being there, and got a couple hits already.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like,
Wow.
just
That's called preparation.
It's for teaching opportunities.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. He's already got his location on Bumble for Tokyo.
Well, I'll be there in 24 hours, man.
See,
I love it.
That's some great planning.
Well, it's just
by
I gotta,
you.
Listen, I don't do everything. I may not have my visa, but I'm over there.
But you're on Bumble in Tokyo.
Hinge,
Oh, Hinge, Grinder.
So yeah, Grinder too. Yeah, jackass. But yeah, then I hit Hanoi, and I do
Wow.
work. Yeah, I hit Hanoi.
Have you been to Hanoi before?
Oh, it's about seven, eight times. And I actually left moments before the clown show when Trump arrived there. Trump came to this. He was staying at the same hotel, and I exited the place because his ass was coming.
Wow.
The Metropole in
Oh,
Hanoi.
come on.
Yeah, it's where
You did not leave because
as God is
Trump
my
wa-
witness. As God is my witness.
Walked out.
And I left. And
almighty.
I'll show you the picture. It's
Walked
just
out
moments
into
before,
Hanoi. Was it the
before
Hanoi
the
Hilton?
circus? Before the circus.
So you
arrived.
dissed Trump.
You dissed him.
You dissed Trump.
Dude, he does some of his best speeches in Sarasota, as did Barnum and Bailey.
Wow, listen to this, John. All right, so let's vote here. Lindsay, yes or no? I'd like to go to Vietnam.
Oh.
I like it. I like it in Vietnam.
You
hear
know
it's
what?
beautiful.
Come
Dr.
with
Mike
me.
got me a bracelet from Vietnam that I really like, actually. And
love that.
I've been thinking about possibly, maybe when I start traveling, if ever, I would not mind going there.
John,
It's magnificent.
That's it. We're
I
take
hear
that
the
as a
food's
yes.
phenomenal.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
gonna-
I hear
the
it's
people are
beautiful.
The
I
people
do.
are
I hear
beautiful.
I'd love
Oh, and
to
it's
go.
like super affordable, and like everybody's just very welcoming of tourists.
wonderful. I've
because
never,
you
as an
bring money
American,
into the economy. And
I see myself like on a
You'd
small
love it. You would
motorbike
love
in Hanoi. Like, can you travel by bicycle?
They have
Small
what's called Grab, GRAB. It's their Uber, motorbike Uber.
Oh,
And
motorbike Uber, John.
motorbike. I have a hard time fitting some of the helmets on my head.
Grab.
So it sits a little at the top of my head, and I sort
you
of
got a
loosen this.
giant head, Dr. Mike. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's air in there.
Big brain.
Just because I know Dr. Mike loves Vietnam, I took him to one of my favorite Vietnamese spots in the
Asian
region.
kitchen.
One of.
Asian kitchen.
Oh, well, there's a
more than
couple.
one?
You don't
Yeah.
need the whole pho.
I know 3.
You don't need the entire pho. You get a baby pho.
Wait,
Maybe
Asian
fu-
Kitchen on Calumet Avenue?
Yeah,
I
John?
eat
Oh,
it's
the
amazing.
entire pho.
Thank you. Right?
It's amazing.
Hey, I agree with you.
How about the banh mi there?
Banh mi are delicious, and in Vietnam it's a fixed price at like 65 cents, and they can't compete there.
Sure.
So they
And I also hear that ever since COVID, I follow somebody on TikTok who did her studying abroad. And she went to college in Vietnam. She's just a
my
white
boy did
blonde
too.
lady.
My boy did too.
And she speaks Vietnamese, so she was over there for a while. And she said since COVID, like everybody's up at all hours of the day. Like their sleeping schedules got all
Whoa.
Yeah.
wonky, and like stores are open 24 hours a day.
Well, it was you get like it was like a penal colony, and even in China
like,
too. It was
like you can wake up in the middle of the night and go get some noodles. You can go get a nice meal.
A lot of French influence over
yeah, they didn't let anybody. This is the first time I've been back since 2019.
So
since
Japan
COVID.
to Vietnam.
Japan to Vietnam, and then to Japan, then to Chicago.
Wait, Japan, Vietnam, back to Japan.
Yeah, just for a moment, and then to Chicago.
So when you're in Japan for the 4 days, what day will you transfer your location on Hinge to
Vietnam.
Hanoi?
Oh.
Day 2, day 3?
It depends. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know. Just it's a roll of the dice, Kev.
It's a roll of the dice.
I can't wait for these reports.
Well, listen, I
You're
gotta
going to
be
be
out.
like
They
our
say that
Asian
night-
reporter. You're going to be like a reporter for. You have to
You
call
have
in. You
to.
have to Skype in.
So I actually will teach in when I get to Hue and Da Nang and Hanoi and then Saigon. I had pre-COVID. I had a student coming. I had awarded a scholarship myself with my center to bring a student over to teach them industrial medicine for 6 months, and the COVID hit, and it didn't happen. And I was going to bring her over, and she was really a top of her class, and she was graduating with internal medicine, and I was going to teach her how to be. They don't have dedicated centers like mine was to industrial injury, and they just go to emergency rooms. But it's really, and it's different there.
Mm-hmm.
A kid gets his hair caught in a device here and takes off part of his scalp. It's like they sue the shit out of the guy for not having a hair protective Lexan hair device for ponytails. And over there, the kid gets pulled into a device and he loses his head, and the family comes and apologizes for their son who shouldn't have had long hair hanging in the machine.
Interesting.
And they apologize to the owner for the loss of production.
Very traditional.
Wow.
Values over there.
Totally different.
So what are the odds? We're going to lay some odds on. Will you be Skyping into Lockpod from either Japan or
if
Vietnam?
somebody teaches me how to and sends me the right
John?
signal, I'd be happy to be live.
We're going to teach you, and you're going to do it.
All I do is need to be taught. I'm like
And
a
then
dog.
and you'll still be watching, so we're going to see our numbers go up in Vietnam.
I'd be happy to.
Japan.
I'd be happy to
Right,
broadcast
John?
live.
Yeah.
I'll be
Number
happy to
one
broadcast
podcast
live
in
from wherever I'm
Vietnam.
at. If you want me to be on a grab cycle, I like those.
Oh,
I mean,
could you imagine 4-eyed
it's so
Zone
exciting.
from the grab cycle in
You
Hanoi?
you can go to my face. You can see I got images of
We
that
want
just
this.
zipping around. And I'm going to tell you something amazing. And it's not like here where everybody's flipping each other off and brake checking and pushing into each other's cars and having crazy road rage. You can have 5 points. And imagine that you got 1,000 motorbikes coming continuously in each direction, and they somehow just flow without stopping because nobody's interested in screwing up each other's day.
And it just
They
works.
just flow.
It works.
I was my buddy's wife, who's now the mother of my godchild, toured me around the first time I met her, and she's about 90-some pounds, and I was this big 250-pound guy in the back of a 125cc scooter, and she was just blending. I was like, whew, I would never even enter that thing. I was totally scared. But if you were blind, okay, and you wanted to cross the street, all you have to do is just step into the street and keep on flowing, and nobody's interested in hurting you.
They just go around,
They just go around. Imagine that.
but no crosswalks.
No crosswalks.
Just kinda
they have
cruising.
crosswalks, but people just cross everywhere. The craziest place I like to drive is New York. There's no.
I refuse
The
to
laws
drive in New
laws
York.
are just not obeyed, and it's so much fun. And it just truly is. You just continue to skadoodle. If you see that you have a hole, you're just zipping through it, and
That's
it's just
how I
a
feel
You're all
when I'm
about that.
driving on the expressway, or not expressway,
Autobahn?
Autobahn, which
oh,
I
God,
totally is
I
my.
would love to drive on
That is my
No, going into
greatest gift to
Chicago.
myself. Is
You drove the
drive.
Autobahn.
Oh, I've driven. I try to do it. I'm doing it next May. I have a delivery coming in, and
You
John,
have
if
a
you're
lot of
interested,
things on your calendar.
if you're interested, John, you're welcome to try it too. I have a car that's going to be there for 6 months, and you can go, and I'm leaving it there for.
How
6
about a
months.
Lockpod vlog, John, from the Autobahn?
Yes.
And I'm telling you, there's nothing that's a greater gift. If you like driving, it's the
Whoever goes
satisfaction
fastest
anybody should be able. If you
wins.
like driving, save your money to get to Europe to drive because the discipline is so different. You're not in the left lane ever unless you're passing, and you can count on it, and you don't have to slow down if you're rolling at $135. And I've had packs of
Just
vehicles.
a Tuesday for you.
Dude, I'm telling you, no BS. I had packs of vehicles, and I had senior, gray-haired, lovely grandmother in a Volvo rolling at 200 kilometers an hour with a pack of us. It's 6 of us just rolling at
Oh,
200.
it's like 100 miles an hour.
It's 100 and a quarter.
One and a
It's
quarter.
100 and a quarter. And even my
130.
girl and Pia, my girlfriend from Israel, who lives in Miami, drove me from the Nürburgring to Paris at foot to the floor in a GTI. I've never had it. No one's ever driven me this fast. 125 miles an hour for 3 hours, and it was Pia, and
Wow.
she didn't play with her phone once.
Well, no, you can't
wouldn't-
when
I
you're
would
driving
hope
that
not.
fast.
She adjusted the radio, but she was eyes on the road, and she could count on the roadways and count on people's decision making. They weren't going to jump in front of her, and I was chilled out. Only time I've been driven at that speed,
I don't
and it
think
was
I'd be
by a
chilled
female.
out.
I was totally
You think
chilled.
a Ford could go 125 for 3 hours
Oh,
straight?
hell no.
Ford
can't.
Focus STI could roll hotter than that, man. You get some of those little devils that roll 170
My
miles an hour.
little 2015 Escape probably would not.
No, Escapes won't do it.
I wouldn't rely
Escapes
on that
won't
for
do it.
3 hours.
No,
I'm out
you
of luck.
got to get a Lamborghini for that.
I
kind
had a
of speed.
GTI though. It was just a GTI, but it's hot.
Let's do this. Let's do some ads, and we're going to come back and talk about Scott Adams, who got himself in some hot water, and I think probably deservedly, but we're going to have a discussion about it. The creator of Dilbert
don't know
said
this.
some real crazy stuff, and we're going to get back to it. So let's do some ads right now. Lindsay, are you still doing ads?
Sure.
All right, wonderful.
Misprint Printing. Misprint specializes in delivering the highest quality signs and printing on time and under budget. Misprint's experience and technology allows them to offer custom commercial on-demand printing and sign solutions. Rick Baltensberger and his team have served Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana for over 30 years. They have 2 convenient locations to serve you in Munster and in Hammond, both on Calumet Avenue.
Ricky's a great kid, and I want to know he really did a nice thing when we came up with those right there. I'd like to always refer to those. Please pick that up. I'm going to show that to the cameras for the. These things are really great, no
His
matter what we're
diabetic
doing.
hand
I'm
diabetes.
not. These are just simple things. We slapped them
What
all
does it
over
tell us?
Bloomington. Here's what it tells you. It tells you in activity how much something is worth instead of just writing a number as they do on the back of anything. They show the activities, what it takes. So that Snickers bar is worth 275 minutes of sitting on your ass.
So if I eat a Snickers bar today,
Imagine if you're hangry,
Yeah.
and you go and eat this shit, and it's worth this, but you don't change what you're doing. Your body's reaction to it is another burst of insulin to knock down the excess that you gave yourself, and your body wouldn't have ever had the chance to blast insulin like that because I didn't have Snickers bars growing on trees in Poland.
can I work it off though by sitting for 4.5 hours?
Well, it's not. This is what it would take.
That's my
That's the
question.
That's what it would take, but your body's going to react to it a lot sooner and say, "What in the hell did you just give me all this excess
A
for?"
bunch of sugar.
So here, it's all that sugar, and so and when you give your body excess, it has to react, and that's why
Excess anything.
meals are ridiculous. No child comes out and wants 3 feedings of the tit a day, and they just want whenever they want.
Yes, they definitely do.
Another bonus for
They want more. They
there's
want like
another
6 or 8.
episode
They want
title.
it steadily. Okay, anyway, that's 42 minutes of walking at a speed that I can't keep up with anymore, 3 to 5. Okay, that's 3 to 5.
Yes, you can.
I'm a 3.3 walker, okay? But I'm not a 5-mile-an-hour walker, and that's 42 minutes of that. Or running as fast as I can, which I'm not interested in.
So the best
fair.
way
Me
around
neither.
this is to
Is to
get rid
avoid
of
use-
avoid the Snicker bar.
Avoid it, or just or eat it in portions. Make it 6 little bites for yourself, like those little kitty ones, and have 1 per hour.
All courtesy of Misprint.
Yes, I love Ricky.
By the way, he just I'm sure the mayor will just debut this when he comes back to the pod, and that is that he has a new metal business card courtesy of Misprint.
These are like he loves these too.
Oh, he loves
and
them.
I these are
Go
like,
ahead, do it.
Have you seen James Bond?
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I think he just invented there go the business cards.
Well, no, they're here in the room.
I could have died.
They're here, but that's what's in James Bond. He used a hat. I saw that it was from TV influence.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly
does
microbrewery
make
with a
you
spacious tap room and
Forgive
outside
me,
patio. Our brewing equipment offers a unique backdrop for your private event like weddings, reunions, or corporate parties. They're conveniently located just off of 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Come on by and enjoy Byway's award-winning beers and unbeatable menu, including the OG Burger. For more information, check out bywaybrewing.beer.
You guys have had some nice get-togethers there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful
Place.
Jack Callahan's retirement.
Great food.
Ronnie Prestimer Insurance Company. Ron Prestimer Agency has been located for decades right on Indianapolis Boulevard. If you don't know where it's at, it's right on the same side as Shoop's. And
Best
it's
end of the boulevard.
Right side of the boulevard, man, going north. And they serve all your needs. They specialize in a wide variety of insurance products and services, including home, auto, business, life, and much more. You got to ask him if you have a specific question about anything that's not like that. He'll be happy to answer.
We had somebody call him yesterday with an insurance question.
You see that? And it doesn't have to be in one
A
category.
liquor liability question.
Isn't it
yesterday.
something? But
they
they'll
knew the
answer.
answer. Boom.
Boom. And so the Prestimers have been doing this for over 1,000 people. That's a very low estimate. And the business all over Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ronnie, Michael, 219-844-0103. That's 219-844-0103. Ronnie Prestimer Agency, man.
All right, Cantrell. Control, attorneys at law. Are
She's
you
getting
injured
through
or
it.
in trouble with the law? Give us a call and schedule your consultation today with someone who is in court and at the jail every day.
And just for example, John Cantrell has been in court, in trial for the last 6 days.
And
This is not false advertising.
So I
No,
would
it's
think
not.
that
John
he
is
would
in
be too
court
tired
every
to
day.
take your call.
And if
then.
this
oh no,
doesn't,
he's got people.
if this doesn't tell you what kind of work John likes to do, it's in court or in jail. In court or in jail. So John's here to
He's
protect
a
you if you're
criminal
criminally
defense attorney.
criminal defense attorney.
He
If
knows,
it doesn't say
he
that
knows
enough,
his way around a criminal
Call
courtroom.
John
And he's comfortable.
Cantrell at 219-5544-LAW
He's
or
versed-
visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife Kristen make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Kristen doesn't go to the jail as often.
No, I don't think she
No,
does. She's
John
busy.
is the guy.
She's busy.
But John speaks all kinds of language, man.
Does he?
Well,
He speaks in Chicago.
He knows.
He
He's
does speak
Chicago
East
and
Chicago.
South
Speaks
Chicago
EC.
and Hammond. He speaks it all.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine throughout the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise. Eli.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
Look at that.
He's beautiful.
That
Eli's
doesn't get you
beautiful for
going.
Tortillas Leon. But
Beautiful.
he should be doing everybody's jingle.
Agreed.
He's great.
All right, we're back.
He's done songs for me. He's done a love song for a gal friend of mine in
A
China.
love song.
A love song.
You are a romantic.
I do love it. I do.
You
But
love
he
being
did,
a lover.
He did a love song for me, and he wrote it for me. Just knowing three
Did you
facts.
sing it?
Yes.
You
It
sang
was
it.
from him to you.
Wait, did I sing? No, I can't sing it. But it's on. It's one of the ones he plays a lot at weddings and things like that too.
It was for someone in China.
Somebody.
Maybe
Audrey.
she can make it to Japan
Audrey.
when you're
Audrey.
there.
Audrey. She's in Shanghai. She's the world marketer for the leading hydrogen cell company in the world.
There you go.
Yeah,
Of course you know her.
of course I do. Her team carried the thing at the Olympics. The flame. Her chief engineer, female, carried the flame at the opening day of the Olympics.
You know, I should send I do need to give you some condolences on the loss of your friend Priscilla Presley.
That's no the daughter.
I'm sorry, the daughter, Lisa Marie.
She was a
Sorry.
lovely gal. She was a lovely gal. She was a lovely gal.
Yeah.
And she was and she was in a role that was very demanding, being the daughter of Elvis. So it was always tough.
But I forgot to mention.
And
that
when
too,
you
so
were talking
condolences.
about thank you, man. When you were talking about getting together, to get out, it can be hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about Scott Adams, and this gentleman.
He really stepped in it, huh?
Yeah, he did. John, you want to bring this in?
Yeah.
I don't
So
really understand what happened.
okay.
Brian made a joke about it yesterday, and I was like, I don't get it.
Well, that's why we're here.
I don't know
We're
the
going to
story.
talk
John's
about
going
it.
to tell you all about it.
All right. So Dilbert comic. Everyone familiar with this?
Absolutely, office humor.
Here's a quick recap of Dilbert.
Oh, that's
This is the creator,
he looks like him.
Scott Adams. First published in 1989.
Like a Dilbert.
Since 2003, Dilbert has been published daily online and in over 2,000 newspapers, 65 countries, 25 languages. There's been dozens of books about Dilbert, animated TV series, video game, merch, multiple awards, and he lost it all.
Well, but
Probably
let's
has
be
been
perfectly
very
honest,
Gone.
okay?
Very
I have-
successful, a lot of money.
I don't think this man has been nearly as successful in the last 20 years as he was when he first started, at least.
Well, I don't know. Syndication's probably pretty
I
good
have never
for
read a single Dilbert
you.
comic.
What? Dilbert is
I was
pretty
I
funny.
was a Far
office
Side
humor.
and Garfield.
Dilbert's
gal.
good. Dilbert's funny.
I
I'll
mean,
give
when,
him that.
when he was in his prime, I was a child. I was
Fair
not
enough.
working in an office.
But I mean, you're not in 2,000 newspapers worldwide if you're not making some dough.
Oh, man.
Right?
So
syndication.
here's how he lost it. Let's just a little bit of this. We won't play the whole thing.
Oh, is it
this
bad?
is his podcast.
This is where it all went sideways. Yeah, on his
YouTube
podcast
channel.
last week, I think.
Yes.
There we go.
So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the fuck away.
Oh.
It goes on from there.
It goes on.
Well,
for
he-
a
Is that the
bit.
first time you've heard that?
Yeah, the
Oh my
first time.
God.
I mean, the first statement was nowhere near as bad as the second statement.
It goes on.
Oh, no, he just kind of, like,
He just
kept
keeps on
digging the
tumbling.
hole.
He doubled, quadrupled down with it.
I mean, John, you want to?
And he's still well here. So here's his tweet, kind of after the fallout began. Like he's still sticking with it. So Dilbert's been canceled from all newspapers, websites, blah 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 blah, because I gave some advice everyone agreed with.
I don't agree
No.
with it.
no. Change your ways. Change
Well,
your attitude.
but also, like, he's probably, you can't solve animosity and difficulty between two groups of people
By
by
staying away from
avoiding
each other.
Yeah, by avoiding each other. Like,
Segregation
that's the
work-
worst advice I've ever heard in my life.
ultimate, like
he's from
ultimate
he's
segregation
From,
was,
he's
is
from
what he's
100 years ago.
proposing.
Yes, ridiculous.
John, you want to play a little more of that, or is that the kind of the gist of it?
You want me to play a little more?
Don't play any more of him.
All right,
don't
don't play
play
him.
anymore.
This
I don't want
guy-
to even.
we
I don't want to
don't-
even
we don't even
broadcast
give
it.
him
I
any
didn't. I
no,
don't need to
I
hear
mean,
it.
we got to talk about this.
We can talk about him, but I don't need to
consuming.
hear him anymore.
Oh, well, yeah, we could
he's-
talk about him. I just don't want to hear his stupid
No,
voice.
absolutely, Linz. I
So
appreciate
interestingly,
that. Yes.
so the poll that he was referring to, that he got this crazy idea about, where he said just stay
What's the
away from
source?
black
What's the
people,
source?
is a Rasmussen poll that asked a question to you had to show what your demographic was. You had to say I'm white, I'm black, whatever, and then it asked the question: do you agree or disagree with this statement? Quote, it's okay to be white. And that statement, we had black Americans only, 53% agreed, 26% disagreed, 21% not sure. So,
But this
Well,
was
okay.
given to everybody.
well,
It's
that's interesting, right? 1,000 people took the poll. Only 61 African Americans responded. So that's number one. Number two,
They didn't wanna bother.
this phrase, "it's okay to be white," has some very significant white supremacist. It's
a tone.
Well, no, it's been taken and kept by white supremacist groups and used. So because the question was asked, do you agree with the phrase? There's conjecture that some of the people that responded may have known about that white supremacist overtone and answered that way. No, it's not. I don't agree with that statement because it has white supremacist overtones. But the point is that most of the people that responded agreed, and I think this guy took this. I cannot even imagine
he deciphered
how
it. He deciphered it through his Dilbert brain.
Yeah.
Well,
which
yeah,
didn't
he
work.
obviously
was
doesn't have that many
terrible.
working brain cells.
No,
but
it
like,
doesn't.
But also, like, if I were faced with that kind of question on some sort of questionnaire that it's okay to be white, there's a lot of complex arguments that go along with the idea of whiteness.
Yep.
Because they kind of have been eliminating like our cultures that we come from. We come from Germanic or Irish or so on and so forth, and we've all kind of just been conglomerated together as a white group, and it eliminates a lot of history that we come from. And I think a lot of people think that they would rather be in touch with their Irish roots or their Germanic roots or their Polish roots or
Yes.
something like that rather than just be white. I think that it eliminates a lot of really interesting culture and heritage that people want to be proud of.
I don't even check that box if it's even on something. It's like, what race are you? If it
Yeah.
said just white, I wouldn't check that.
I mean, and you can't even check Caucasian because I know that just refers to white people, but like Caucasian's a very specific region, and like not everybody
If you're
comes
not from the
that area.
Caucasus, you can't check it.
Exactly. Like last time I checked, the Scottish weren't from the mountains of Caucasus or whatever. So like,
So this guy's off the air.
He's off.
He's off.
And
Good.
canceled.
Canceled.
I'm actually not that shocked by what he said in the optics of the poll was, is it okay to be white? I actually started thinking about this, thinking, why is that question even
Being
in
asked?
a
That's
poll?
That's good, John.
what was the
No, hold on,
What
let
was
me-
the intention of the poll?
Let me finish here. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm asking is, why is this question even being asked other than to divide?
I agree.
Stir.
And John, that's interesting you said that because
Stir.
they said something about Rasmussen, and they said Rasmussen is a very conservative think tank, a pollster, and they've done other polls that there's the impression that they do it to rile people up and to get people to.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they're
here you go.
biased news
Yeah, I mean, so
source.
I agree with you, John. Why do you have a poll that asks this question if you're not just looking for results that you can publicize and get people pissed off?
And not one, I've read a lot of articles about this fallout.
It's a stir.
No one has asked this question. No one is thinking critically anymore. And then if you watch this Scott Adams guy, he goes on to talk about, you know what else? I'm sick of opening up the news every day and seeing a black person beating up a white person.
What?
No. But listen, though. We all see it. There is a division being pushed by media today, and I hate to agree with Elon Musk because Elon came out and said the same thing about this in response, there is this push to divide us.
Oh, there's no doubt.
There's a push to divide us, but so you're seeing a guy affected by this push.
That, or you're seeing a guy who believes it, who has always believed it, and now believes it's okay to say it.
He talks about in his video though, like he's not even a Republican, whatever you guys think. Who racist people
I don't look at him politically. I don't look at him politically.
But Kevin, Lindsay, Mike, we've all grown up in a very diverse area.
Yes.
Not once, not at least me, I've never felt the way Scott Adams is talking about.
No.
I agree with you. But
even though the media tells us there's more of a division than I think there
John,
actually is.
You know what, though? A guy like him has lived probably the last 30 years in a very protected place. He's got wealth. He's been able to live wherever he wants to live. And so it allows him to live in, I think, probably a little more of a fantasy world than normal Americans live in that are able, like you said, John, we're lucky. We live in a diverse area. He's probably in his mind or in actuality has protected himself. In his mind, I'm protecting myself.
Point. That's to my point. All he has is reading polls like this.
Agree. Yeah.
Seeing videos that are showing up on the news. This is what people have.
But I think he believes it in his heart, though, as well.
Is that phrase a little more attractive if you put your MAGA glasses on?
I don't know. I don't know.
I hope not.
I actually had, when I was reading this article, I had no clue "it's okay to be white" is something that's been quote unquote hijacked by white supremacists. I just thought, why is this question even being asked?
John, right.
To lend credence
It's
to your point, John, also, like you say that when you go and look at the news, you see, what was the phrase? A black man beating up a white guy?
Yeah, that's what Scott
I
was
always
saying.
see stories of white people beating up black people because I'm coming from the opposite side of the spectrum. It lends credence to your argument that the media is dividing us, pushing us further apart. I personally have never had any kind of negative interactions with anybody of any race. I don't understand why this kind of division needs to be pushed.
Well, I think right
in the real world.
I mean, I know it exists. I know that there are people who take it to an extreme degree and definitely need to be dealt with.
I think at the end of the day, you have to realize that racism isn't necessarily doesn't belong to one group. I mean, there are racists all over the place, unfortunately, and those are the people that want to keep us divided. And that's you have to recognize that.
You never have to behave that way yourselves. Never.
And,
Mr. Swag,
let's get on
some fun. Let's have some fun.
Let's lighten things up a little bit.
Mr. Handsome.
There he is, bold glamour.
Come on in, Mr. Handsome.
Bold
glamour in the house.
LOC, baby.
Our business manager.
Steve Kellogg walked in the house.
What if we hate
Steven.
these? What do we do?
Steve, line
welcome him, man.
Get your headphones
line
on.
yourself up.
Line the tape up.
Come on over.
Enough of the racist talks.
You need your headphones.
Yep.
There they are.
Yeah.
Business manager Steve Kellogg, fresh off a trip to Cancun.
Yeah, enters in like a man on a mission. He's a pro.
How's the missus?
Oh, Mrs. is great. Much better than I ever am.
I think you look just like your bold glamour self.
That's good. Always keep chasing that.
There wasn't a lot of change when you put the bold glamour filter
I'm looking at you.
No, he's handsome.
Yeah, I just think, I'm just naturally a little bit,
You don't need
glamorous.
A filter.
I'm a little bit glamorous.
He's got his lip injections already.
Filter,
How's
though,
your collagen doing?
I'm doing well.
I'll do it. I'll do
Bring
it.
that mic up a little more, Steve.
That teen filter was something, though, wasn't it? Oh, my God.
Yeah, you look good anyway.
You look like
didn't
a
have to
quarterback.
Yeah,
like
he
a
does.
high school football team.
Better than
I
quarterback.
felt like a Backstreet Boy, but that's fine.
We have a debut here. What do you got for us?
All right, that's why I was bringing this in. Look at this. We have brand new merch from the Left of Center
Swag.
store.
Whoa.
All right.
Breaking news.
This just in.
After waiting for 7 straight seasons, the Left of Center Swag Store will be open
Swag
soon.
store is open. Left of Center Loot.
Left of Center Loot.
Left of Center Loot is the name we landed on, and it's available.
None of this was, vetted by the talent. This is just a business manager
it
decision.
may be available soon. Yeah, let's see what this looks like here.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to wear that. I don't know if I like the zipper.
Well, that's why we have this one.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
has a
man.
zipper
There you
on
go.
it,
No
too.
zipper option.
Oh,
there are
yeah,
3
Steve's
options
no
available.
zipper.
Talking about the 3.
And the regular crew neck as well.
Oh, crew neck is nice too.
So we have
I
that. We
want
have
the no
T-shirts.
zipper one.
T-shirts, left to center T-shirts.
We have, here we go, Kev. Here we go.
Oh, the mayor's gonna like the long sleeve. That's
That's his
the
word.
mayor's all about the long sleeve. Isn't it?
Check that.
There you go,
action.
Dr. Miles.
Thanks,
He's
man.
gonna
I
love
love
that.
that. I'm taking that with me to Asia.
We got some T-shirts.
Oh, that's awesome.
What's the back say? Indiana's
the
most
most
dangerous
dangerous,
podcast.
man. Wow,
That's great.
Look at that.
Oh,
We got
this is
some,
going to be
some koozies.
The locomotive's going to love
Koozies,
that long
those are
sleeve.
condoms.
Somebody toss me a
koozies.
hoodie.
The
Here you come, LMP.
Blue or red? I like that.
Thank
You have
you.
both colors.
Thank you.
Blue and red.
the mugs will also be available.
Oh, those are going to be popular.
We
This
also
is
have some little
awesome.
treats on there. We have some other things, some
Thank
surprises
you.
when you go to the website.
Nice goods.
There's dog wear
Oh, that's cool.
for your little puppy.
Well, he's always
Dog
been a fan
wear.
of his. He talked about feeding his dog the THC CBD chunks, man.
Yeah, you got to wear blue if you're Democrat or red if you're
I think you can wear whatever you want.
Wait, is this up now?
You can. You could be friends. Look at that.
It'll be live
the
on Friday.
store is it's live. It's good to go.
Yeah, let me throw this
This
up here.
feels beautiful.
This is
Steve.
crazy.
Thank
All right,
you.
so
I love that.
LOCPOD.com.
LOC.com.
You can get, there's even a St. Patrick's Day
Yes.
shirt. Look
A
at this.
special drop. So we're gonna have drops every once in a while that will only be available for a short amount of time. So some of these, like sweatshirts, t-shirts, will probably always be available. Obviously, we have beanies on there for the wintertime.
Do you have other size dog
look at
stuff?
this.
Because we have a big dog
Look
at
at
home.
this.
I think we will do that. I don't
I
know.
cannot wait to see the first
That's
dog with that on.
adorable.
But that is
And it's racy with the stripes.
Yeah.
It is. Makes them look
It looks like
faster.
the Shelby.
Mike,
Yeah,
does that
Racy.
does
It
that
does
bring
look
back
like the
some
shelves.
trauma? Does that bring
Look at that.
right there?
and we are
Racy,
working some
baby.
things
Yeah, thank
out,
you.
but there will be a portion of the proceeds.
The
that
Maltese.
go-
It's a female.
When I see a Maltese with that on,
Wait,
Think of me.
hold on.
And imagine
Steve,
that
are
stick-
you saying we're donating to dogs?
you are
Stick
donating
just
to
comes
dogs
out.
when you buy one of the dog
You
hoodies
can
there.
give a dog to you for this?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes.
what organization does it donate to?
We do not know yet,
maybe
but
the
it goes somewhere.
but we are going
Calumet
to.
Area Humane Society is a good.
That would
good
be-
guess.
Listen, I
That'd
love
be
all of
excellent.
them. The Hammond people, everybody, the dog catchers in Gary that I know, they're more sidearm carrying than Gary. The
There you
dog
go.
catchers, they carry their 40s with them because they never know what they're going to be looking at. You're
Well,
coming to a
so if you want to
yard
get lock loot, where do you go? Lockpod.com.
LOCPOD.com right now. This is crazy. I had no clue we were going live with it too.
Right
Wow.
now.
It's
and,
Steve, baby.
And the
Look
St.
at that.
Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is only going to be available until St.
It's
Patrick's
like a real
Day. And
drop.
Oh, and there's a red one for the
man.
the
John, right here, baby.
The more
Right
right of
here,
center.
brother.
Look
There
at
we
that.
go.
Conservative.
Oh,
Yeah.
In the
nice.
house.
Got some T-shirts.
Anybody who likes red can wear that.
I love this.
The mugs will be up there later today, so
Well, great work by our business
all reasonably
manager.
priced and ready to
For
go.
I know that one of our listeners, Alice B, she is always on me. When's the swag coming? When's the swag coming? Alice, now you got it.
Now
There
you
you
got
go,
it.
Alice.
I am, John, I'm going to be honest with you. It bothers me that the MAGAs have taken this red color, and every time now I see something on somebody's head or something, I just go, fuck.
I'm going to wear the
Red
red.
has always been.
I'm gonna wear the red.
Blue has always
Yeah, I know,
been.
but Dickie Allen was my favorite, and Johnny, you and I've talked about this as the socks, and I have him in the picture with the
Oh,
red hat.
that
And
red-
now the
the red pinstripe.
Yeah, red pinstripe. Now it's MAGAs only.
All right, so one more time from our business manager, where can you get Lockpod loot?
It's LOCPOD.com.
Lockpod.com.
Yep, see lockpod.com.
LOCPOD.com.
Did a great job. These are cool.
Good
Lock
job,
Loop.
Steve.
And we're going to put new drops on there, regularly. And the
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day will only be available for a small amount
like
of time.
a week or something.
Yeah.
Get this one now.
Couple weeks,
Look
and
at that.
then-
Oh,
Oh,
wow. Look at that shamrock on
Yeah,
we
man.
got to get one of those for the mayor.
Check out the back, John. Go to the
I saw
the
it.
back.
Indiana's most dangerous podcast.
Yeah, but
look
look-
at
Oh, it's
that
got
with
clover.
shamrocks.
That's nice.
Shamrocks. Yeah.
Why didn't you bring one of those in?
Got little shamrocks.
That's only special
I
for
just
the
grabbed
holiday.
a few. I don't even have I don't have John size and stuff in here. This is just the first little batch I grabbed. So
There you go, John. No sweatshirt for you yet.
not
You
yet.
know, it's a common theme among people that stop by with swag. Thank you, Eva.
Yeah.
Still haven't gotten my 219-day hoodie.
I have mine.
This is great.
Let's wrap it up.
Yes.
Well, listen, first of all, to our business manager, great job. We've been waiting for a while, and it was worth the wait. So thank you for the lock loot. Go
Bravo.
check it out on lockpod.com. Steve's busy in the background, always working hard for the pod. So
Handsome
we appreciate
goods.
that.
Very handsome goods.
Dr. Mike, thanks for coming in,
I'll
brother.
come anytime you like.
I'm serious. You've got to do a Skype
If John
from,
hooks me up, I'll do
Asia.
it from wherever I'm at.
That'd
Even
be
on
awesome.
date, I'll be on a date and I'll even throw her.
I love the bike idea.
See, you look the same.
I do. Scooty.
Notorious LMP, thank you as always.
Handsome.
And John with some very
that.
busy fingers today.
Yeah, man.
Producing this show because we had a lot of visuals. So thank you for that. Go to lockpod.com to get your swag.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
have a great day. Lockpod
I had a great
is-
time with you, Kev.
We'll see you Friday. Lockpod's out.
I'm headed to Asia. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Peace.